Alex, any sign of a translator yet?
Actually, sure, he just showed up. I'll send him right in.
Thank you.
Sorry I'm late.
I'm just glad you're here. Who is this with you?
He's the translator.
Then who are you?
I translate for him.
Santil Morala, plaza tu encuentro.
You don't have to go all day or you talk what?
What did he say? Mocha levonse.
He said he'd like to start.
Good. So, Larry, will you star in our Christmas movie?
You kidding me? I ain't laying to giving out keying up kind of juggles and such. Y'all sound like a barrel of moonshine and fireworks. Now that's running right there.
You joke. For all the mbusi, cause I'm a Santil Nico? Your brain must be spaghetti and oranges.
He said he'll do it.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I thought that was going in another direction.
Hey, what's you call this picture? I want to know my trigger hand right before I sit out there and drink those dear dude.
Ce film, ce costa de 5.000? Ar voce belbiza la carosura del merchandising.
He said, what's the name of the film? Also, we need to talk about merchandising.
Damn it. Fine. The movie's called Jingle All The Way 2.
So dramatic.
They irritate the irritated, flex perplexities, poise puzzles, magnify mysteries, impose inquiries, and coagulate quandaries. But more importantly, they ask one question.
Why would you make this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thanks for listening. This is Why Would You Make This? The only podcast to damn near break its neck looking for the perfect gift, but when they give it to you, you just ask the question, why would you make this? I'm Jimmy Time. I'm joined by my co-host, Skylar.
Not pluralized. It's just me today.
It's just you, man. I don't know. Danny Money's planning a wedding. Jay Delta is on vacation in North Carolina.
What's in North Carolina?
I don't know.
Okay.
Something. He said I'm going to NC. I presume it's North Carolina, not like, I don't know.
What else? New Korea's a K.
Yeah.
I don't
know. Nope. Abandoned the
past
bit.
it.
Abandoned the bit. So yeah, you're here. That's great. I'm happy with it. We watched Jingle All The Way 2, the straight-to-video family comedy released December 2nd, 2014, wherein, according to IMDb, Larry's daughter wants only one thing for Christmas, a talking bear. His daughter's stepdad intends to make sure Larry can't get one. However, according to Wikipedia, the film is about Larry Phillips competes with his former wife's new husband to find his daughter's favorite Christmas toy. However, some bloke his ex-wife is with buys the loads of them to make life more difficult.
So, one sentence was wrote by an American, presumably, and the other one was written by a Brit?
I don't
They
really...
threw bloke in there. I understand why that happened.
But here's the thing. It says his former wife's new husband, and then it says some bloke his ex is with, which means, to me, there's a third guy. That, like, the wife is with the husband, and then the new step-husband, and then there's some bloke that she's with.
This is a whole big love triangle.
Yeah. I think it's easy to see why I got lost in translation.
Very.
Seamless transition. So, if you listen to the first episode that we did, or the first movie that we did, Jingle All The Way, you'll remember some of these. Brazil called it a Toy Hero 2, which I remember a Toy Hero. France called it a Toy Race 2. I remember that. Romania called it Race After the Gift 2. Race After the Gift 2. I remember that. Russia called it Christmas Gift 2. Sounds familiar to me. Portugal called it The Treasure of Christmas 2.
Yeah, this could be a different meaning.
Yeah, it's true.
That seems more deep.
That's true.
We found the treasure, the deeper meaning of Christmas.
The true meaning.
Instead of the other ones, Toy Race.
Yeah, that's true. This one I remember. Denmark called it Mission Christmas 2.
I remember that one.
I remember some other country called it Christmas Impossible.
Yeah.
With a semicolon and all that. Germany, again, called it Promised is Promised 2.
Promised is Promised.
Wait. Promised is what you promised. Turkey called it Father Promised 2.
2. What did he promise to do?
He didn't, though. Santa promised in this one. Dad didn't do anything in this one. Spain called it another father in distress.
Which is why I always feel it's weird for kids to watch this movie, because they would have to know Santa's not real. It's completely destroying the illusion.
Oh,
It's not really a kid's movie.
What an oh, man. I didn't even think about that. I totally brushed past that part. No, because at the end they're like, well, Santa dropped it, and he didn't... Because they didn't...
Promoting the lying is okay.
They never really said Santa didn't exist. Like, remember Claude was like, I'm sending my letter to Santa.
The fake Santa said, well, because the real Santa's busy right now. They kind of, they didn't completely crush it. All right.
So it was us, we ruined it now! Sorry,
Hopefully
kids.
no kids listen to this.
Oh my god, why? So we still have three more. Italy called it the War of the Fathers. Kinda. Greece, I remember this one. They called it Two Dads, but what dads?
But what dads?
No, it's exclamation point, not question mark. So, but what dad? Like, but wow, these dads. What
dads these guys are.
They are. They're not just dads, they're dads. Like, what? Finally, the same one we had trouble with last time, Hungary, they called it Hull the Flint 2.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Hull the Flint.
The first one was called Falling is Fluffy. So, I remember we were kind of like, well, falling is fluffy, so maybe that means what is falling is fluffy, and what falls that's fluffy, it's snow, so maybe it's snowfall.
It's a winter movie.
So we called it Snowfall, so maybe this is supposed to be Snowfall too. I don't know. I don't know what Flint the Hole means.
Why not?
I don't know what any of the I don't know what that is.
How big of a country's Hungary? We can call it that there.
Sure, yeah. Next we have the budget, but there's not enough information. There's a $5 million budget, and it went straight to DVD, so we don't have any information on that. They don't tell you nothing about that.
They don't want you to know. Bad numbers.
Bad numbers. All right, so let's go on then, because we don't have any other information. Let's go on to the best hour, our favorite hour, the Troy McClure hour.
Woo!
Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You'll remember me from such hillbilly holiday hoedowns as Cousin Uncle Dad's Gun Flag Freedom Christmas Explosion Palooza, or Jesus and Santa, but mostly Jesus fuck you liberals can't force me to make a Christmas cake for queers as long as I have my guns and beer, which you won't even take from my cold dead hands because you're all snowflake cucks, the TV movie, the Make America Great Again edition. Today, we're here to talk about the true meaning of Christmas, capitalism!
Could have shoved more American stereotypes in there. Jesus
I
Christ.
tried. I couldn't.
Wow.
I was like, one of the other things that I got to cuck, and I was like, that's enough. That's a good ending.
Jesus. I need a copy of that.
I'm just proud I kept the voice for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you were here for the last episode or listened to it, but Troy McClure isn't, don't tell him, he's not a star. He's like a B star.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not going to talk about the stars, which the stars were Larry, the stepdad, and Claude Santino Morel, the best friend.
Yeah, when Larry the Cable Guy went to Raw with Santino, they announced him as the stars of the movie.
Oh my god, but he has like 4 scenes. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk about Kennedy Clemens. Yeah, Kennedy Clemens, who plays Noelle, the daughter. I don't know why. A Canadian from New Jersey who plays a stereotype from Milan that has less screen time than her, got higher billing, but he did. I don't know why. He got higher billing. Okay, fine. You recognize her as Madison Bowen from the 2015 Poltergeist.
No, I didn't. I missed that one.
I didn't know there was a 2015 Poltergeist. I had no clue. I didn't know they redid it.
I missed it.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. I know already.
Yeah, fine. So Kristen Robeck plays Trish. That's the stepmom. She appeared in the TV show Supernatural, and also she played Pie Mom in Cats and Dog. That's just her big claim to fame.
A pie mom?
Or character of Pie Mom in Cats and Dog.
She makes pies, or she's the
don't
mom
know. That's just the
of
character.
a pie?
Sure. Yes.
You saw that she played Pie Mom and did no research.
No.
You were not interested in Pie Mom.
Technically speaking, if she is the pie of a mom, she did make pies. So.
Oh, I need to know more about this. Pie Mom.
I mean, it's Cats and Dogs. It's all CGI. Could be anything happening there. Rachel Hayward plays Maggie. I believe that's the Waitress.
The waitress, yeah.
Yeah, she also appeared in Supernatural, the TV show, and she's mostly a TV actress. So, Matty Finocchio plays Jeffrey. He also appeared in the TV show Supernatural, and you'll recognize him as a Roman sentry from Night at the Museum. Sorry, I wrote that wrong. And or maybe as Knuckles from Workaholics. I don't know. It's just two popular things on both sides of the spectrum that he was in.
My favorite part of the movie.
The Roman sentry?
No, none of those movies.
Oh, this movie.
Of this movie.
Oh, yeah,
Jeffrey
I know.
was phenomenal.
He was great. Eric Brecker plays Welling. He plays some sort of uniformed authority figure in things like Godzilla, X-Men Origins Wolverine, and, oh yeah, you guessed it, Supernatural.
Oh, so he's typecast. He's what he does.
Yeah, he's typecasted. Brenda Critchlow plays Maggie Price, the reporter. She is also typecasted as a reporter in things like Fantastic Four from 2005. And finally, Alex Zam plays the voice of Harrison the Bear. He is the director of this film, also the director of things like the Carrot Top movie Chairman of the Board, Inspector Gadget 2, Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2, Tooth Fairy 2, which also starred Larry the Cable Guy. And he's also the director of the Woody Woodpecker movie that so far has only been released in Spanish-speaking countries this year.
Wow, wait. Larry the Cable Guy did Tooth Fairy 2?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
So he followed Arnold Schwarzenegger and The Rock.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He thinks,
little dynamic
he thinks he found a niche to follow in, and he's going to keep doing it. You can see the full cast of crew at IMDb.com. What do you want to do?
What do I want to do?
Yeah, you want to start the film?
Yeah, let's start the film.
Let's get this thing over with.
Let's start with the end and get it over with so I don't have to deal with any of it again.
All right. So the film opens and the WWE logo flashes across the screen, and I go, "Oh my god, this movie's gonna be awful. It's gonna be an awful film."
They made that.
An alarm goes off, and Larry hits the snooze. His daughter tries to wake him up, excited for ice fishing. She hits him with a pillow, and that awakens the Tickle Monster. Ah, get her done.
He was not getting up for shit. He did not care.
No.
She was like, "Don't make me do it." And I was like, "Oh shit, what is she about to do?" And she pulls out a pillow and hits him once, and he was like, "I'm up. That's it. I can't."
Don't make me do it, Dad. I know where you keep the key for the gun cabinet.
Yeah, exactly. She sounded so like mischievous or evil.
So they go ahead, they hop in a car, they sing Hawaiian Christmas, which I presume is a real song. I also presume it's an Elvis song. I don't have proof of that. We get to a fishing shack, and the daughter marvels over her mom's wedding and to her new husband. And the dad's like, "Yeah, well, if she's happy, I'm happy. Hey, Twinkies for breakfast, yeah!"
Which immediately I'm like, all right, so we're not supposed to like Larry. He's a terrible dad.
Exactly.
Terrible. Nothing wrong with a Twinkie.
Taking his daughter ice fishing without any safety gear.
Wait, what did he say specifically? She said, Twinkies aren't for breakfast. He's like, oh, of course not. And he said something.
You gotta wash them down with some soda or something, something like that.
Have some Fruit Loops with it. It was just like more terrible sugar.
No, I think it was they were eating something like, oh, you got beef jerky. And he was like, beef jerky isn't for breakfast. That's what you got Twinkies for.
Oh, yes.
The Twinkie right. was the substitute for that.
Jesus.
Yeah, so the daughter gets real sad, and she's like, oh, how come you and Mom didn't stay married? And he's like, well, we're just different people. You know how that works out. And she's like, oh, okay. And catches a fish. And I'm like, oh, what a metaphor there. Yeah, she bought that line, hook, line, and sinker.
I didn't think of that. That was a good catch. That was a good catch there.
So we go to Victor's house. Mom and Victor greet Larry and the daughter in the driveway. Mom's like, oh my God, the honeymoon was great, sailing in the Bahamas. And Larry's like, oh, well, I guess you're going to be her idiot husband now. You know, Dad's like... Everyone goes inside, and they leave Larry and Victor alone, and they're like, oh, how's business? Oh, you're still a part-time trucker, right? Yeah, I like part-time. It means I don't have to work, and I can spend time with my daughter. You know what?
He is so bad at acting.
I know.
Like, he doesn't know what to do. They tell him what to do, and he's like, all right, I got what I'm supposed to do. I got it. But he doesn't understand what he's doing. Like, he talks to him like a caveman. Oh, I love my part-time job because it's part-time. And I get to spend time with my daughter. And I'm like, what? Are you angry? Are you, like, as matter of factly, what are you doing in the scene?
I love it too, because
so bad.
He continues with that. He's like, how's the cardboard box business?
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that an insult? He literally runs a cardboard box business. I don't know how to take that.
Don't you have one of them greatest boxes in town everyone loves you for? Huh?
Like, I at least expected to be like, Larry, it's not a cardboard box, it's a shoebox factory. Come on, you know that.
Nope, just brown cardboard boxes.
Yeah, it's actually going great, Larry. Thanks for asking. I don't know why you used that tone, but everything you said was factual.
I hate my life, that's why.
Can't you tell? Don't look at me! So, we jump to, like, later in the house, and they're like, visitation rights, who's gonna get what, and they're like, okay, we alternate Christmas, which means Larry gets this year, and Victor's like, oh, but first year as a family, why can't we have her in Christmas morning, and all that stuff, and...
Mom's like, no, I don't really care about the family.
Yeah,
no, Larry gets it.
I don't.
This is year 6, I don't give a shit anymore.
I have your money, I don't care. I don't.
I'm over it.
Like, to be honest, I'm kind of pissed we're not going sailing again right now. Like, why do we have to come home? Why do we dock?
Yeah, when they pull up, she's like, wow, look at this house. I can't believe I'm going to live here. Like, wow, they kept her far away from the house.
Yeah.
She's never seen the house before.
So the daughter comes in, who at this point I still don't know her name. She comes in and she's like, why can't we just do both? And they're like, all right. And she's like, yeah, 2 Christmases, and runs away.
Yeah, this is the first hint of something's wrong with this little girl as an actor. Not the character, but the actor. Because when she's like, oh, can't we just have it... can't we just have 2 Christmases?
Yeah.
Please, 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 please. And she keeps saying it monotone and is like looking off to the side, back and forth.
Did they do it yet? Like...
No, kind of. What I made the analogy was she kind of reminds me of an animal actor where she's always looking to the trainer off camera to make sure she's doing a good job. In every scene, she's doing that. She's looking right off camera. That's
what it is. Looking off to her mom, like, did they do it right? Are you going to beat me afterwards? Is this okay? Okay.
So noticeable.
Blinking in Morse code. So they go, or they agree, and Larry goes outside to leave, but they come out again, and they go, wait, Victor's gonna plug in the lights, and they plug him in, and it's like the sun. Like, there's just so many lights, and they're like, oh my god. And the daughter's like, it's gonna be the best Christmas ever, yeah! And Larry's like, well...
She's staring at someone right off camera.
It's
yes. So obvious.
Larry's like, well, see you later, go back to my trailer.
One of your light bulbs are out, Ben Franklin.
But as he says that is when it goes...
Which makes me think...
He's a wizard. So we go to a diner, and Larry's friend says Victor violated stepdaddy-daughter protocol by calling him pumpkin or something, like sweetheart or something like that. And I was like, Jesus Christ, what did he do? Touch her? Like this?
Was it sugar plum?
Yeah, shining a sugar plum.
Sugar plum. Oh, he even made the face. Sugar plum.
Sugar plum. Even I know that's a violation of stepdaddy-daughter protocol. And I was like, oh my god, should we call the police? Like... And he's like, oh, you should kick Victor's butt just like you did that kid in 3rd grade.
It all applies.
Immediately, I'm like, oh, so Claude's he's a little touched.
Every scene, there's something wrong with him. It is Larry, so this is his best friend.
Dude, yeah,
you look at him like, oh, he's normal, but he's friends with Larry for some reason. Oh, it makes sense,
Okay. So we go to a news reporter. No, we go to just in the diner. We look at a TV. News reporter Margot Price lets us know that the hot new toy this year is Harrison the Talking Bear. Anyway.
Just so you know.
Yeah, anyway, Larry's like, well, I'm going to get better lights than Victor. I'd figure it out some way. I don't have brains or money, but, I know. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Jump to Larry's trailer. Larry and his friend, because I still don't know his friend's name.
Santino Morella.
Santino Morella, yeah. Put together car parts to make a Christmas tree and like a nutcracker guy, yeah, and the daughter and family arrive just in time, and he plugs in stuff, and he plugs in more stuff, and he plugs in more stuff, and he plugs in more stuff, and then he blows himself up. Ah!
So bad. First of all, you can see it where all the lights are in the whole yard.
Yeah.
He plugs. Well, everything's already plugged in. He turns on all the switches, and everything's lit up, and he has the one plug, and he's like, now for the. The piece of resistance, as they say in France.
Piece of resistance.
Yeah. And, first of all, everything's on.
Yeah.
So it's not going to turn anything else on. I don't understand what this is going to do. This last little plug, how it's going to do anything.
I didn't understand that either.
And then a comical explosion that is so big, but everyone standing next to it doesn't affect him.
No, he goes flying back.
50, 60 feet, doesn't die. He's fine.
No, he did. This is all a death hallucination. Rest of the film.
Oh, that's right.
He's dead.
Now the whole movie makes sense.
It's a death dream. It's the only way it makes sense. I also learned everybody's name in this scene. I'm like, oh, the daughter's name is Noelle. The friend's name is Claude. And they're okay. I get it now. So the next day...
Where's Claude from? Because Santino's accent is... I feel like he's trying to push that he has an Italian accent, but trying to hide an Italian accent while trying to do another accent on top of it.
Well, I don't know his life history. I know that he is in fact Canadian. I don't know how long he lived there, but last I checked, he lives in Jersey. So he's probably picking up like a fake Guido accent.
I can't understand his accent
like
every time he talks.
From naturally living there, from living in Jersey, he's probably like picking up a Guido accent. So yeah, the next day in Larry's trailer, Noelle was like, "Oh, Victor has a bigger thing over here, and he's got a have bigger tree and blah blah blah." And they're like, "Well, let's go get a real tree right now." And they go to the tree lot, and like the second this scene happens, I go, "I feel like this scene isn't gonna give me anything."
What, behind the tree?
The whole scene, and I was right because the whole scene has no point. There's no point in the scene. They go to the tree lot, and he's like, "Trees, those are expensive. I ain't made of money." She's like, "Well, can I have cider?" He's like, "Yeah, here's $10. Go buy cider." And I was like, "Okay."
There's one significant part of that entire scene. They had to set up that, number one, the stepdad bought the tree for everyone.
Yeah, but not really.
And number two, the way he discovers the tree. Which is, wow, that's expensive. What kind of blockhead has that kind of money? Which is the same way he realized who bought all the things at the end. Because he said the same thing. Wow, that many dolls? What kind of blockhead has that kind of money? He went, oh!
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
That was just...
So, it was forced for that scene.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it.
That's all I felt this whole movie. Everything was so forced. Everything.
Well, because nothing else happened in the scene. Like, the daughter runs away, and you're like, you just abandoned your daughter, dude.
Go get me some cider.
You never see her in the rest of the scene.
It's a great town. Nothing bad happens here.
He talks to, like, a sales lady about trees. Like, literally, we watch a woman sell trees to a man. Like, it's not comic. There's no comedy. There's no comedy.
How do you like the view? What do I say?
Yeah, oh, God.
I plead the fifth.
PC.
So bad.
Snowflakes. Yeah, whatever. And then he gets covered in, like, snow flocking, and that's it. Next scene. Victor's house. Which, next scene is a jarring cut to Victor's house where you have a voiceover of Victor saying, "So, you want to have a snowball fight?" And then it's a montage of them having a snowball fight in a small pile of fake snow that a machine made, Victor and Noelle. And they have a snowball fight. And then the next scene is they go inside and Noelle hugs Victor. And she's like, "You're almost as fun as my dad." Yeah.
Damn,
and he's like,
low blow.
And I was like, what? That's as best as you're going to get, bro. You should that's 100% a compliment. He's like, I'll never compete with Larry. And the mom's like, "This isn't a competition. It's about Noelle. You're not dad number two.
You're the dad too. Yeah, I know I'm dad number two, bitch. I want a divorce." He was so angry.
Everything about it was a fight. Like, it was a forced fight. Just holiday pressure, bringing everybody down for no reason. And the mom just says it flat out, and I was like, that's the end of the film. You don't need any more film. She's like, no, it's not a competition. It's about Noelle. You're both her dad. It's just about Noelle. You have to love her and be there for her. Oh, okay. And okay, scene ends. Next scene, man, I'm gonna win this competition. You don't see.
I'm pretty sure that happens on both sides, like twice, at least twice.
Yeah, even though they learn the lesson.
It's like, nope, right back to what we were doing.
Right, no, never mind that.
Back to the fire.
Yeah, Larry is shoveling real snow into a U-Haul. He's like, "I'll show Victor real snow is better." They get back to the trailer. The family's waiting. He's like, "Oh, isn't real snow better than fake snow? I'll show you." Opens up the trailer. A wall of water flushes out, kills him.
They collect snow off the side of the street.
Yeah.
Which, it's never cold where they are. They have to always travel to go ice fishing. They lost power all night and morning, and they were fine. They didn't freeze to death in the trailer.
In the tree, yeah.
So it's not really cold. I don't know what kind of... Both of them were down to do it. Larry and the friend, Santino.
Yeah, I don't know what Claude does.
Let's do it.
He's like, yeah,
this
bro.
is the great... You're such a good dad. You're so smart.
Sure, this is a good time to point out that Claude is both childless and wifeless.
Yeah.
Of course
he's probably homeless.
He probably is. He does write a letter to Santa later for himself. So it's nighttime at Larry's trailer, and the tickle monster. All right, night, time for bed.
Boom, she's asleep.
She's asleep. Yeah, outside.
Acting.
Larry is like, "Oh man, I can't compete with Victor," and Claude's like, "Why even try? Noelle loves you for you. It's not the stuff you get her. It's just about being there for her." Well, see ya.
Just random genius insight from the idiot every other scene. Ugh.
So they order, the next day, we go to a diner. They order food. the waitress. This is a weird thing because
This
waitress
was the funniest part of the whole movie for me.
This when the waitress is like, you got my number, and the waitress is like, yep, I do got your number, Larry.
No, it was
or whatever it is.
I want the usual, and she was like, deep fried everything, hold the salad. She's like, you know me so well. She's like, I got your number, Larry. And he was like, he gave her such a confused, disgusted, like, should I be worried? Wait, what? She's got my number. That was great. I don't know what that was, if it was meant for anything, if there's deleted scenes that that's supposed to homage to.
I didn't. I was
he
like,
was so confused and
was there supposed to be a love angle there that they never brought up again? But that was the only time it shows up. We jump out.
I died.
Next is the letter. Oh, I'm writing a letter to Santa. Oh, a letter to Santa. Why don't you tell me what's in it? No, only Santa can know, otherwise it will never come true. Well, I'll deliver it for you. Oh, thanks, Dad. Here I go. I'm gonna open the letter now.
So bad.
He goes to the mailbox. He goes to open it, but Claude shows up and he's like, what? That letter's not for you. That's a federal offense.
What?
You're gonna have to answer it to me
Who
and
is this
Mr.
guy?
Claus himself.
Who is this guy?
Dude.
Yeah, he wrote a letter himself.
I was like, what? Were you in a war or something? Like, what head trauma do you have?
Do you not understand life?
Do you, Lisa?
What is wrong with him?
Oh, so, yeah, he puts his letter in the mailbox and leaves angrily. I want to point out that I actually did look that up. The post office doesn't give a crap. Like, it's basically like, did you steal a letter from us? Well, then you're under arrest. You stole a letter from somebody else? I mean, that sucks. If we get him, well, I don't know. Whatever.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it. But...
It's really just if you steal stuff from them. It's just to protect them. Like, if somebody hits your mailbox with a baseball bat, if you catch them, you can add something to the list, but...
We'll be on the lookout.
Well, yeah, from our trucks as we go to the same route every day. We're not doing anything.
That's understandable.
Also, we get new employees every day, because I don't know why. What's wrong with that? At least where we live. So Larry is debating, do I put it in, do I not? Yep, I'm going to open it up. And he opens it up, and we realize he's illiterate, because he can't read the letter.
He was so proud of his daughter's crappy handwriting.
He was, even though it's
not...
not...
Oh, wow, she got shitty-ass handwriting, just like me.
And the letter says, I want my family to get Harrisone.
Harrisone?
Yeah. But she can't write it, so it's like, I wanna...
Christmas with a K. It's like K-I-R-I-S.
To get Hira.
Terribly separated. You don't know where one word
know.
starts and the other one ends and where lines are. They're all zigzagged. And
girl's got schizophrenia.
Yeah. That'd be completely weird. How old was she?
Yeah.
6, I think.
Sure. So he's like, all right, I don't know what that is. And then we jump to Victor's house, and Noelle has arrived home. I don't understand the visitation rights in this film. It seems like he's the day babysitter, and then she sleeps in Victor's house. I don't understand the visitation rights. It's like, it's holiday, so there's no school, but I don't... When does he work?
He's part-time.
But what part?
What part of the day? He's a truck driver.
It's just one half of the year? Like, he only works...
He's seasonal part of that day.
And he only works in the non-busy part of the year. He doesn't work during Christmas.
He doesn't work during Christmas. There's not a lot of trucks, obviously, going around.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Those are full-time truck drivers.
All right, so whatever. Fine. So Noelle is like, yeah, I sent a letter to Santa. And Victor's like, what's in it? Who has it? What's going on?
Again, if I'm a kid, I'm like, never trust parents with anything.
No.
Because they immediately just want to take things from you
Exactly.
and just lie to you.
He learns Larry has it, and he's like, Larry has it? Let me call the head of security at Baxter Box Company and make him do stuff off of site. That's legal or possible.
But he was pumped.
Dude.
He was like, yes, an excitement.
This is why I worked up the ranks of a box company to do illegal offsite activities involving children.
He was probably, he had to watch over boxes all day. Who's stealing boxes? He was probably losing in there. He was so happy. He's like, you hear this, Boxy? I'm finally getting a promotion.
He's got Boxy. Oh, no.
He's in there all day long.
Boxy Brown. I done told you. You don't mess with Boxy Brown.
Boxy Brown.
So, Welling follows him to Toy Traders. And in the store, we see pop figures. And I go, oh, my God, what is time? I don't know how old I am anymore.
I was like, was this last year, this movie?
Life is a void. Larry meets the upbeat store employee, Jeffrey. Again,
Jeffrey.
Only character, yeah.
Toy store? Were they trying to... Probably not.
No. All right. So he helps Larry find out that he's looking for a Harrison talking bear, but they don't have any more. So come back in the morning and get some. And Welling overhears this, and he's like, "Hey, Victor, I figured it out." And he's like, "Well, I have another assignment for you." And again, Jeffrey's great in this whole scene. I love it when he's like, "Yeah, well, I'm trying to look for this dog." And he's like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, sir, I can't read your handwriting." And he's like, "No, that ain't me. That's my daughter, though. Mine isn't better." He's like, "Oh, of course it is."
I'm
Like,
sure.
I'm
It's
sure.
not
Yeah,
much
no,
better.
it's
disgusting.
That's of course, that makes sense.
And again, Larry's faces at the end when he tells him again, "Oh, bye-bye, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa." He gives him like this, "Oh my God, he's doing it again. Oh, what do I do?" He was so concerned and like he was getting stuff thrown at him. He has the weirdest faces.
My feelings.
Oh, and again, Jeffrey, my favorite person. What a great salesman. I would hire him. He completely sold the doll even though they were sold out. Didn't
dude.
He was like, "I want it." And he's like, "We're sold out."
Well,
sorry.
we're sold out, sir. I'm sorry. Yeah,
He sold it though.
you can come back tomorrow, bro. I will.
Got him on the waiting list.
So, the next day, Larry wakes up bright and early to hit the snooze button and go back to sleep. And Welling gets up early and buys all the Harrison dolls.
He wanted to wake up at 7. He hit it about 8 times. He got up at 11:30.
Dude.
11:30.
When did he go to sleep? 6? Like, so it just leads to a disappointment montage of Larry at each store. That leads to Larry, "Oh, I can't find," in the diner. He's like, "I can't find the toy, and the 26 is the fastest the online can get to me." And I was like, "Really?" Like, I'm pretty sure they have overnight delivery. Like, that's
2014.
not.
Yeah.
Come on, guy.
Well, he doesn't even have a desk. He doesn't have a computer.
No,
he's in a trailer
he's got
park.
nothing. He barely has a phone. So he didn't get her anything else, so he has to get this thing. But then Jeffrey, the toy clerk, calls, and he's like, "I have bears, so come in tomorrow morning." "Okay, I'll be there bright and early." But he also calls Welling, because Welling's on the waiting list. Oh, no.
The bad guy.
Dude, I think we're like a half hour into this film, and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. There's 2 dads fighting over a toy that the daughter doesn't even want, first off.
Second of all, Wellington goes around buying all these bears easily. Nobody wants these bears.
Yeah.
No one's giving him a hassle. He goes to one, as it's opening, but there's a few others where he's buying it. There's people behind him shopping, walking around. No one cares that there's bears.
Yeah.
It's the hottest selling item. But then later, everyone's like lined up. "We need these fucking bears. It's the last day." They all waited to the 24th.
Yeah, fuck this town.
I don't get it.
It's the town. That's what it is.
It is the town. Because then he got assaulted by fucking 8-year-old twins for no reason.
Dude, those goddamn terrorists.
What a terrible town he lives in.
But kids can walk around freely all day.
Yeah. Because, I mean, even when he was taking the toys from... when Wellington was taking all the toys in that whole montage sequence?
Yeah.
"Rock this town, rock..." That was like the song in every single scene.
Yeah. Generic rock.
He takes the bear away from that kid who picked it up off the ground when he dropped it.
Yeah.
And the kid is walking next to his mom who's pushing a stroller, and she's on the phone. She's just beelining, head straight forward, eyes looking straight ahead on the phone.
Yeah.
And the kid just wanders and starts picking this up. And she continues down the street, doesn't even notice.
Doesn't pay attention
This
at all.
whole town is just loopy.
It's the safest town in America.
And he picks this whole kid up, trying to get the fucking bear from his grasp. Everyone's fine with it.
Tosses him
Nobody
around,
sees it.
Kicks him a few times.
Nobody sees anything.
No, nobody gives a shit. So, yeah. Next day, toy traders. Larry arrives. There's a small line, but Welling's first in line. He doesn't know it's Welling, though.
Hello, friend.
Yeah.
Very awkward.
You'd be surprised what some people will do to get a toy. Yeah, they're crazy.
They're crazy.
Real crazy.
Why are you sharpening a knife?
You're standing in line at a mall. So, a clockwise wipe denotes the passage of time, and we are now in front of the store in daytime, and it opens up, and all the bears are sold out. What?
No. He opens the door.
Yeah.
Wellington's in the front line, and everyone comes in at the same time.
Yep.
They all run to the back to where all the bears are, and all 50 bears are gone. Bought out of the store.
Yep.
Even though they all came in at the same time, nobody saw him grab them, go past them.
Nope.
He's the Flash.
He is.
I don't understand how that happened at all.
He's an alien. But he did it. He pulled it off. Everyone's like, first off, again, wrong, because everyone's like, what? It's gone. Oh, man. And just leaves. No. Angry mob. Vicious angry mob. But no, they all just leave except for Larry. He's like, you mean to tell me that they just gone just like that? And he's like, well, some dude first in line bought them all. He's like, what? You ain't got some sort of a rule against that? He's like, well, I said first come, first serve.
Fine print, fine.
He's like, well, y'all suck, and everybody sucks, and ever suck this, and you suck, and suck it, suck, friends, suck.
He was so good.
And then he punches a Harrison Bear standee, and Jeffrey's like, you get coal in your coal.
Yeah, I hope later the fairies, the fairy coals, put it in your stocking, and then you'll wish you didn't have coal. Yeah, he was so good.
Yeah, okay, absolutely.
I loved it.
Absolutely. Outside, Larry sees the guy who bought all the Harrison dolls, putting him in his van, and he's like, oh, you bought them all. Hey, Frank, can I get one? And he's like, I gotta go. He's like, but Fred, and like grabs his jacket like really hard.
Yeah, don't walk away from talking to you. I'm like, whoa.
But he was like, but Fred, can't I just tell? But while he's saying, like,
being real nice, but grabbing the shirt off of him.
Yeah, and then, he's just like, and like slaps his arm.
PTSD all of a sudden, he just grabbed his arm. Like, he was back in Nam. Don't touch me.
It's like, I have to go now.
All right. So, this guy's a badass. That's what I'm led to believe.
Certified cardboard box Christmas badass.
Where did you get this guy from?
Dude,
he's watching over cardboard boxes.
What job did he get fired from?
It wasn't even like a simple hammer lock. He had all the joints. He had the wrist bent up into his rib cage.
Yeah.
He had it all bent. He was good.
Man.
Watching boxes.
What? Yeah, watching boxes. You gotta know how to fold a box. Gotta know how to fold a guy. That's just facts.
I think there's something else going in there because his father had a simple box business, and all of a sudden he turned that business into one of the biggest box companies ever. It's a box company. What the hell is he doing?
How do you do that? Yeah.
And what is this guy? Why do you have the greatest security detail ever? What is he protecting?
Dude, taking out competition.
You saw how fast and easy he came up with the scheme to start stealing all these bears.
Boom.
Something's going on.
Done. Man. Operation 3, because we have 10 of them, and
do
the third one.
Operation
Hoosier Daddy.
Hoosier Daddy. Oh, God.
Which is exactly what we learn, and then in the next scene, when they're making gingerbread house, he's like, oh, man, I bet Victor doesn't have time for you. He's like, nope, he's busy with Operation Hoosier Daddy. And I was like, oh, Operation Hoosier Daddy. It's the whole... get the kid who's on the Hoosier team together with his dad because you pulled his name into Secret Santa. Operation Hoosier Daddy.
I thought she just always got too close to the parents' bedroom, and they're always talking about Project Hoosier Daddy and screaming about it. And
Hoosier Daddy.
Yeah, I thought that's what was going on. Sex things. Mm-hmm. That's the joke.
Butt things.
But it could, yes.
So, we go to dinner. Actually, before we go to dinner, Larry's like, what if Santa doesn't get you what you want? And he's like, oh no, he just has to. He just has to.
Santa wouldn't let me down, Dad.
Down like gravity does with a body if it jumps off a bridge.
It's like she knows that Dad is getting it.
Yeah.
It's not, that wouldn't happen to me, Dad.
Down, like my grades, if I don't get this toy.
Even when she said it, I can't tell you what my wish is, but I can tell you that it's the one thing that I want more than anything. She says it's so, what it is.
Dude.
The acting is so all over the place. Oh, man,
yeah. It's so hardcore. So, what do we have left? Larry's like, I never get a bear. And then the old two ladies walk by with two bears. And he's like, women, I just want to know. And they're like, you want to know how much it is? Never. And like, no,
I'm not selling you this bear. Get away from me.
I just want to know. You just want to take it? Take this. Yeah. Tonk, dick shot.
5-finger punch him to death.
Right in the dick, though.
Yeah.
5-finger punch him in the dick. And he goes down.
No
one
sees this.
Oh my God, I can't.
Is there any police in this whole town, village?
Oh, no.
There's no police.
I don't think I ever see it.
Oh, no, there is. Never mind.
I guess. Oh, right.
Yes, there is. They're too busy operating sting operations and in camouflage. You never see them.
So, yeah, he gets hit in the dick, and he's like, oh, my God, hey, a competition. Okay, I'll go there.
Oh, just off now.
Yeah. Goes to a bar. Santas have to ride a mechanical reindeer to win a prize. 10 of the Santas argue, I'm going to win it for my boy. You'll never stand a chance. All right, here we go. Claude lasts 1 second, because that's how long the Santino lasted in the Royal Rumble was 1 second. So.
By the way.
Okay.
if anyone does watch this movie, in this scene, there is an elf standing in front of the chalkboard. Don't get excited. That's not Jenna Hayes. I looked it up.
An elf?
Yes.
And it's no, it just looked like her.
Yes, undeniably.
All right,
I was convinced.
Maybe it was just like she just didn't want to be credited. She was like, no, I'm okay.
No, because once he gave it a couple other shots, you kind of saw her. She was a little heavier. Maybe it could have been her. I haven't seen her done a video in I don't know how many years.
Maybe she's dead.
She could have relatives. I don't know. But it's not Jenna Hayes. She wasn't credited, at least.
Okay, that's fine. No porn stars in this kid's movie.
Don't get excited.
Not happening.
That was the main thing. I was like, there's no way! That's Jenna Hayes!
A little bit,
there's
right?
no way! I got so...
Right? Isn't like Sasha Grey's an actor, so why wouldn't? You could be in anything these days.
That's also weird because there's a movie called The Canada's Kid. I'm going to go a little off topic. I don't know if you ever heard it.
No,
I think it's on Netflix, Canada's Kid. It's about one of the biggest weed transports between British Columbia over the borders. It's this kid who did it. And it was a kid. He's probably like 20, maybe 23, 25, the actor himself. And I was like, I've never seen him in anything. He was like an indie actor. And it was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. Years later, I see him in a porn. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now he's a porn? How does this work? He's just looked like one of them nerd kids. Like he looked almost like he looked like a combination of Jonah Hill and who's the other one in Superbad? Michael Cera.
Yeah.
During that age, if you put their heads together, that's pretty much what it looked like.
That's
with
weird.
glasses.
I mean, it has
and McLovin. So all three of them.
You have what do you call him? Sylvester Stallone used to be in porn. He like his first thing was porn.
Yeah, but he's got, I don't know if he is young or if he's got that Andy Milonakis thing going on where he just looks like a kid all the time and he's just like heavier and he's got that Jew fro. He's a complete Jew looking guy. Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with being Jewish. You can look Jew and be attractive and be successful. There's nothing wrong with that. But he did look like a Jew. I didn't mean to drop that hard J there.
No, I didn't mean to drop it. You threw it all down. Yeah, but I forget who else it was. Oh, the guy from Scary Movie like 4 or something like that, and I think 3 or whatever. He was in porn too.
It's all acting.
It's all acting. Who gives a crap? So,
I mean, if you did a movie for Harvey Weinstein, you were probably in porn.
Oh, we're in a bar. Larry has to last 23 seconds. Otherwise, he loses the competition and doesn't come in first. Or he doesn't lose. He just doesn't come in first. So he cheats with glue. All right, Larry wins. But he gets a trip to the Poconos, and second prize is a bear. Boo!
Which was great because he won the 3-day vacation for 2 in the Poconos, and then the guy in second goes, wait, so I won? And he gets the bear. He's like, yeah!
Oh, that's what everyone here wanted. It clearly should have been first prize.
At that point, it should have been switched. Once he said, I don't want this, he shouldn't be able to switch for anything else at that point.
Dude,
whatever. I'm not running the competition.
Yeah, it was just terrible. It's terrible. Outside, I wrote this down because I love it. Larry goes, I tell you, Claude, I don't know. I know this, though. I'd never get one of those bears.
That's one of those, we can't possibly tell Larry to do the scene again. We're just going to leave it.
That's him thinking. He can't. He thinks about the line. And
sometimes we go, He goes, well, I don't know, but I do know.
I tell you what, though. I'll tell you this right now. I don't know nothing.
But the one thing I do know this.
So he walks into, like, public, and everyone's playing with bears. The Harrison bears, like, footballs, and they're, like, juggling them, and they're, like, riding, like, 8 of them in their bike. And he's like, what the heck? And he goes into a store. Can I get one of those? And he's like, sure, here's the bear. And he's like, what? What's that? He's like, it's a Larry bear. Get her down, get her down, get her down. And he's like,
did the bear say get her down?
I don't know, probably.
I feel like they did it eventually in there. Maybe they did.
So he said some catchphrase. I'm not sure what it was.
Larry
and then he's like, it's the second most wanted bear. And he's like, what's the first? He's like, it's a Victor bear. He's like, I'm Victor Bear, the best stepdad ever. And then Noelle just walks in. She's like, that's the one thing I want. The one thing I want for Christmas, Dad.
One pin. Sorry, one Simpsons.
Then he wakes up. Oh, what a nightmare. And Margot Price, news story, talks about,
and then he turns on the news, and something he
guess,
needs to know immediately. He's right on the news.
It was there. I don't know. Death dream. There has to be a death hallucination. The whole thing.
All I need you to do is wake up.
Huh? What? Huh? Oh, deeper in the dream. Okay. New toys are being given to the homeless. Oh, I can't possibly be really thinking about going to Smash Cut 2. Larry dressed like a homeless guy instead of the normal homeless guy he dressed like.
But I love that someone making this movie had to come to the realization of this might be too evil for him to do. So they wrote in at the last minute that, all right, let's make him donate $500 to charity to kind of even it out. Because that's what he says when he's going in. He's like,
yeah,
well, this $500 charity it should make up for the bear. I'm like, I feel like that was so last minute.
No, it was definitely one of those things that are like, oh, let's go ahead and be like, he's not totally evil.
That's evil.
Yeah. So he goes to the homeless shelter and he runs into an ex-girlfriend. He's like, oh my God, Larry, I haven't seen you since I broke up with you. Hard times. Here's $20.
I've done this to you. I'm a terrible person.
Like you.
Well, yeah, such a white person. Take
Larry,
this money. I'm doing the right thing.
Larry's like, $20. I'm in the wrong business. And runs away. And I was like, I feel like that wasn't even a joke. That was just Larry going, homeless are getting over on us, man.
I could tell every time Larry improv'd. I could tell every time.
It's because Larry would go, well, what do you want to do, daughter? And then he gets the homeless bucks and goes, $20? I'm in the wrong business. Yeah, give me that doll, Santa.
Every time I feel like he's doing like an improv, like one-liner joke, I go, wait, he's not an actor. Isn't he famous because he's a comedian? Shouldn't he be funny then? Where is this?
Whenever he improvs, though, he drops the voice, too. Like, he drops, instead of going, you don't know what... $20.
Because that's another thing with comedians who turn actors. You can tell sometimes immediately when it's a bit. And it's just like, oh, this is Larry Cableye now. Here it goes. He's doing his fucking bit.
So, outside, yeah. Oh, no, inside. Sorry, in the homeless drive. He runs up, sits on Santa's lap. He's like, Santa, I ate a bunch of beans. I'm going to crap my pants if you don't give me the doll. And he's like, oh my God, give him the doll. And he's like, thanks, Santa, you're the best.
That's not what happened at all.
That's 100% what happened.
I guess, well, yeah, it kind of did. But...
He ran in, jumped the line that all the kids were waiting to sit on Santa's lap, throws himself on Santa's lap.
He yelled at him and berated him and insulted him.
You fat piece of crap. Give me a toy or I'm going to shit on you.
Pretty much. And then the Ox King gave it to him.
Ox King?
Yes, that voice was so familiar I had to look it up. The voice of Santa Claus was the Ox King from Dragon Ball. Not that anyone's going to remember that,
sure.
But I definitely noticed it.
So outside, some kid shows like, wow, was that Harrison? Oh man, I wanted one so bad, but my dad went to jail and fell down a mountain and lost his shoes and And Larry's just like, well, I guess I gotta give him the doll, man. The second the kid...
Like, I guess I'm just gonna have to... what was it? I guess Santa's just gonna skip my house again this year. Like last year. And the year before that. And the year before that. And he just walks off saying that. And I'm just dying. Like, there's no way he can get worse.
Dude,
this kid.
The second the kid ran, wow, is that a Harrison doll? I was like, you're a con man. Yeah. I didn't even wait. I knew in his eyes I saw
all
it.
All of a sudden, aww.
I saw it in his eyes. Yeah.
I was like, he's trying. I thought he was trying to get it, but I didn't think it was that much of a con.
You conned the shit out of him.
Which then he was the worst con man ever, because then he gave it away at the end and ran away. Which, why would you do that?
I mean, second he gets his hands on the dolls, the kid goes, sucker! And runs away. Yeah.
And Larry did his bit.
Larry's like, you know what? I don't think I've been had.
He said, this is why some couples have pets.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
That was like his moment of like, well, what them Duke boys got into now?
And then he starts to run for what seems like the first time in his entire life.
I guess,
with his high knees and
arms
waving around. I've never seen a man run like he does.
That's his. I have to run that way, or the gravity of my gut will cause me to roll into a ball.
It was Larry. Then we're gonna need you to run. He said, "Wait, what? What's that?
What's that run?"
And then we'll show you. And then he went, "I think I got it," and did this weird high knee like running. This is how you do it, right?
He ran the way Vince McMahon walks.
Yes, it was. He ran like a puppet. With the knees like going out in front like that. I don't know how he did it. Like a marionette.
You heard it here first, folks. Larry the Cable Guy is a puppet. The only puppet I don't approve of. So, He runs and chases the kid, and they stop in front of a church letting out, which includes his ex-girlfriend from before, the white guilt lady.
Because this is a town of like 50 people. Apparently.
Yeah, but also like 1,000 people, because nobody ever notices each other, except for this one time. And he's like, it's not what it looks like. And they're like, well, you're beating up that kid. You're going to jail. Let's get him. And he's like, hang on. I broke up with you. And she's like, oh, just eat his face.
That white woman started a mob.
Yeah.
So fast. They all came out, and she immediately looked at the group to join her. She went, oh, I'm sure this isn't what it looks like at all. Huh? And she turns like, right, guys?
Right, guys?
She like, egg them on. Like, oh my God, already.
Unruly mob.
Yeah. She was looking for this moment.
And they chase him away. And the kid's like, yeah. And he walks over to a car, and the window rolls down, and it's Welling. And he's like, yeah, I think that'll be $100, please. And he's like, here's your money, kid.
I'm starting to think like I'm the fool here.
Yeah.
Which was great because the kid got away with the toy, and I'm like, oh, right, the kid got away, whatever. I guess he's going to try some other scheme to get a bear. And then it starts following the kid. I'm like, oh, is the movie changing now? Are we going to follow this kid around now? It's a whole different movie.
Finally yeah.
I got so confused.
Really threw me for a loop.
I was like, what the hell is more backstory?
This is too new for this. Following another character, this is too new.
He's going to go off and sell this toy now and get drugs.
So we go back to the diner. Oh, because Larry is running away from the mob, and he runs, and he hides inside the diner, but he presses himself against a window that's next to another window, and somehow he hides that way. I don't understand it. I don't know if you noticed this, but when they're running, you hear like one of the crowd members, like one of the mob members, he goes, oh, he's faster than he looks.
I didn't hear that. That was good. Which I was expecting him to run in there and maybe, I don't know, take his hat and wig off, and then boom.
No.
He kept it all on.
He just presses his back against a window, and they don't see him.
The window it's the booth that's facing the direction that they're running towards. So that'd be the first person they would see running in that direction.
He runs past the diner, which has windows, cuts the corner of the diner, goes inside the diner, and they take the same path, but go past the door, and they never know. It's just cartoon logic.
Benny Hill chase scenes.
So we go back to Larry's trailer, and we get another Margot Price report saying that there's no more Harrison dolls until after Christmas.
It's official.
Right? Yeah, that's it, officially. Claude suggests, hey, how about a Mr. Potato Head? Everyone loves potatoes. And I'm like, no. Kids love cannons.
Cannons?
Kids love cannons. We all know it.
Everybody don't like potato heads.
Yeah, nobody.
He said everybody don't like potato heads.
No, I think... Oh, did he say potato heads?
I have it quoted, because I had to go back. Everybody likes potato heads.
No, everyone loves potatoes, is what Claude says. Oh. Everyone loves potatoes.
But that's what he said back. Everybody don't like
potato heads. So Larry gets a call from a deep-voiced man, says, meet me in a junkyard warehouse with $500.
Deep throat joke.
Sure.
Overused.
Did he? Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, it was, it's the whole, the alias of Deep Throat, the guy who was in the trench coat, and he was getting information. You didn't hear it? It's a whole thing.
No, I missed it.
That's a whole thing. It's a joke that's overly used.
Sure. So in a warehouse, turns out the deep voice guy is actually Jeffrey, the upbeat clerk. And he's here with his elf friend to show with the toys, something like that. Larry's like, it's Danny DeVito! And I'm like,
He's Santino Marella in this movie.
He didn't say Danny DeVito, though, actually.
It's the guy from Taxi.
Yeah, he goes, it's the guy from Taxi, yeah. And
also, Santino freaked out, or whatever his name is in the movie, when he saw the little man. Yeah. Because he went, oh, I knew elves were real. Which is just another thing playing into his stupidness. Even though he gave that great advice in one scene. So, the police show up, they break up the sale, they arrest Jeffrey and everyone. Yeah. They let Larry and Claude go free. Because it's not illegal to buy toys from someone illegally selling it. No. It's only illegal to sell toys.
But you have to, there's no law against attempting to buy. You have to actually purchase, I guess, maybe, or...
Well, they did make the transaction.
No money changed hands. He would have a
doll.
They
got the money back, they said.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said, at least we got the money back.
That doesn't make any sense then.
Yeah, so I don't know. Everything was fine.
Anyway, the joke is Larry pooped his pants when the elf flipped him. Next, we go to a diner. They talk about the tree lighting. Are you going to go? Who's going to go? I don't know who's going. We're all going. Good. So, Margot Price News Report says, Harrison talking bears are sold out all over town, but no one has one. Isn't that weird? That's crazy.
And again, I hope the kids don't watch the news, because on the news they're saying, my kid just wants Santa to get this, and now I can't go anywhere to get it for them. And I'm like, oh!
So it is a movie. It is a movie. It wasn't us. It was them the whole time. So yeah, so it's sold out. That's crazy. Only a rich person could do that. A rich person?
What kind
Victor.
of blockhead has that kind of money?
Blockhead with money.
Just like that unnecessary tree seed.
I left the oven out. Oh, that's what happens when you realize something. Wait a minute! I left the oven out! Ah!
He realized.
So we go to Baxter Box, and Larry's like, hey, I got an idea. Hey, I got this box for Victor. Just make sure it goes to him. Okay. I'm gonna go hide in the bathroom.
Which, I'm not sure what Larry was doing here, if it was genius or just him joking around.
Yeah.
Because he went, hey, when I walked in, these ladies thought I looked like Brad Pitt. Ain't that funny? She was like, oh, I guess you kind of look like him. Huh? And then he walked away. I can only assume he did that so he was imprinting in her head a memory of what he looked like if she had to recall. And she's like, I don't remember what he looked like, but I remember him recalling.
No! Why? There's no way he's that smart. That is some high-level espionage
That's just
bullshit.
me, I guess.
What the man looked like? He didn't look like Brad Pitt. I know that. That doesn't help us, ma'am. But I know he didn't. That's all I know about him. So the receptionist gives Victor the box as he comes into the area, and he takes
specifically for Project Hoosier Daddy.
Hoosier Daddy, yeah, and he's like, "Oh, must be from Welling. Oh, I'll take it to the." And he
Which
takes
immediately
it to
the secretary is like, "Is this sexual? Should I be offended?"
Yeah.
She didn't know how to feel about that.
She seems excited, but also
Hoosier
nervous. Like, yeah, like oh.
Is it for me? Should it be for me?
Could it be for me?
I hope want
it's not. I don't know. So they do this like hiding bit where Larry follows him, and then he kind of slows down and turns around, and Larry hides behind something, and then he follows him some more, and he slows down and turns around. Larry hides behind something. Is he gonna get caught? I don't know. Oh my god, it's so suspenseful.
It kind of made me laugh. It was those two little boxes, and he was walking and peeking through.
It shouldn't have worked.
It was dumb.
We go to the tree lighting, and Welling is waiting for Victor, and Claude and Waitress are waiting for Larry. We go back to the vault thingy. They get inside. And Larry sees all the bears, and they're like, what the heck? He's like, no, it looks like. He goes, I think it is. And they're like, and they fight. And they accidentally pull the door handle off, so now they're stuck in there for the next 3 days.
That door had such sophisticated, high-tech security number pad locking system on it.
That's just a lock.
And then, I know, but that costed a lot of money. And then that cheap flimsy doorknob just came right off. Right off. And then immediately, the only thing Larry was worried about, well, I'm not paying for it.
I mean, part-time trucker. He didn't have the money for that. So they fight, pull the doorknob off. We go back to the tree lighting. Mom calls Victor, gets voicemail. Margot Price, the reporter, shows up, talks to Welling about the Harrison shortage. He's like, did you know that all the purchases were made with a Baxter Boxes credit card and signed by Welling?
World's greatest reporter.
Was it you? No, it wasn't me. So your boss did it? No, it wasn't him. Then it was you.
Well, yeah, she said that all the purchases were made with the Wellington Box Company. Is that what it's called?
Box, yeah, credit card.
And then it was under
the
name.
Baxter.
The Baxter, but it was under his name.
Yeah, he signed the credit card. Yeah.
So did
like,
you
was
buy
it you?
it? Or
No.
did someone make you buy it?
So someone made you buy it? No. So you did it? No. Well, what happened?
So this super security guy who was like in Nam and like crazy things, all of a sudden folded under pressure.
It was me. It was Victor. He made me do everything. I swear to God, I didn't do nothing.
All of a sudden he was a Nazi. I was just following orders.
Oh, you suck. Pelts him with candy canes. The crowd.
Literally the hardest candy of all candies is candy canes.
Well, I feel like peppermint, yeah, but you had to be those like little peppermint like spheres or like the.
It could have went in his
those
eye.
discs.
They threw it. Children and adults.
Yeah, they did.
And they all had it. It was Christmas.
It was a leg ceremony. They were handing those out.
And he ran and hid.
So we go back to the vault, and they are fighting each other with bears. And this is the only part of the film that I like.
Yes.
Oh, it was so bad, and I love it. Victor's like, "Whoa! I've watched The Matrix 15 times," and he like goes, "Come on," with the bear.
The bear's hand too.
Yeah, and then when he does that, the bear goes, "Let's go!"
Oh, I didn't even hear that
Yes.
part. That was great.
Like it was like a pull string, and they start fighting each other.
They just
and
hit
Larry's
each other
like,
with bears.
"Come on, I'm gonna use bare knuckles." Here, ha ha! And Larry goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, look, I'm using southpaw."
Southpaw, yeah.
I thought those were all just horribly hilarious.
It was great. They were just like using them as nunchucks and stuff.
If Delta was here, he hates puns. He would have just like, yeah.
It was great.
I thought it was
appreciated all
fucking
of
great. So they fight, then they just stop. And they just expose each other, the fears and the vulnerabilities they have about each other through Noelle. I can't compete with you. I can't compete with you. I can't compete with you. And then suddenly Larry's just like, wait a minute. It's all about Noelle. Let's stop this.
We're stuck in this situation like we're stuck in this room. Who wrote this?
They just gave up, dude. And then Larry uses his 5 years of high school to drive a forklift through a garage door. He said 5 years, yeah.
I know he did. Which is great because he made a joke that it was 6 years, and he went, "Ha ha, you're funny, Larry." And he was like, "No, I'm just kidding. It was 5." And he went, "Oh wow, it took you 5 years." Like he said 6. Like that's hilarious. There's no way that's true. And he's like 5. Oh,
Oh,
I feel.
most
I feel
people
bad.
do like it's like 3.5 for most people. They kind of slack off in the last year to begin with. No,
And then they get along.
they're
best
just like,
friends.
"Oh, all right, hey, you know what we should do? We should have together." Yo, I was gonna say, I said it. Okay, together it is.
Which I think, in a real situation with real adults, the way he explained it,
Yeah.
sorry to get real, but it was just like, we're stuck in this situation, so we have to like each other. So I think they were just forcing it. We like each other now. Who cares? It's
Either
just
way.
for Noelle.
Either way. So they call Mom. They're like, "Oh, we're together and we're free. We're coming to get you." And then she's like, "Don't. Everyone hates you. Just don't show up. It's not safe. It's not safe."
I was concerned about that.
Yeah.
It's not safe. What
They
does that
found
mean?
out. They found out about the Harrison dolls. It's not safe.
There's no police.
And then Larry's like, "I got an idea. We're gonna go to that tree lighting." And he's like, "Whoa, all right." They go to the tree lighting. Larry jumps out of the truck. He's like, "Y'all don't understand. It was a misunderstanding. Look, I show you right now." And actually, like your the deep throat whatever trope. This is the same trope I hate. It's so old school and lame. Where it's like, "Well, hang on a minute. I just want to talk. Wait," and then somebody goes like, "Woo!" Just a loud whistle, and everyone shuts up. Or like someone goes, "Oh, let me speak," and it's like
Who's not normally like that.
it's usually like, he just wants to talk. That's all. You know, like the what do you call it? Police Academy lady. "Oh, I just think pipe down, everyone." Oh, they just
Exactly.
It's okay.
Overused.
yeah, it's yeah. Or the sheriff shoots a gun. Well, he just wants to talk, folks. Gavel, gavel, gavel. I lost my gavel. So yeah, Larry opens up the truck. Victor's back there. "Merry Christmas, free Harrison dolls for everyone, yay!"
Yeah, he explained that he wasn't stealing all the dolls.
Yeah.
He was trying to do something nice secretively, so he bought them all up so he can give them to everyone before Christmas for free.
It's a good plan. Yeah.
So, I mean, we wanted to buy them, we couldn't, we're angry, but now we're getting for
now
free.
we're getting and
so
for free, dude. That's
you
fine.
win.
Fine.
You win Christmas.
Yeah, you win.
We love you.
Exactly.
Sorry, we jumped to conclusions.
Free stuff.
As you can
Hooray.
tell, around town, we tend to do that a lot. Jump to
Yeah.
conclusions, get in a mob, and
Yeah.
chase people.
Nothing like a good Christmas mob, I tell you. Some people sing carols. We chase people with pitchforks.
Yeah, no one wants to go out shopping when it's supposed to, but when it's time to rally together in a mob to lynch someone.
If there's 3 things we do in this town, it's abandon our children, form unruly mobs, and shop at the last second. That's what we do in this town.
Were there any black people in this movie?
Nope. No, there were. There's the reporter, and then there was also the one mom who was like, "I wanted to get my kid the doll."
Oh, you got...
Yeah.
Yeah. They in one scene.
No, well, the reporter was in several scenes. It's, So finally,
more racially friendly.
it probably could have, yeah. Finally, we go to
Well, it was a redneck movie.
where was Sinbad? That's all I'm asking. Where was Sinbad's wife? We go to Larry's trailer. They give her the Harrison doll, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, all right, I guess, okay."
Don't you know what that is? Yeah, it's the thing you gave out to everyone for free, except me.
I don't care anymore.
I learned to hate it because you gave it to everyone but me at that night.
Pretty resentful about the whole thing. I kind of gonna have to go to therapy about that later.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Constant reminder.
Yeah, thanks.
I have it.
Let that collect dust on the shelf of hatred. So she's like, excuse me. They're like, but what about the letter? The letter said, and she's like, no, you weren't supposed to look at that. Also,
she jumped down their throats already like she was a teenager. She was like, oh, you read the letter? I knew it like it was a plan. Like, that's why I wrote that, because I knew you were going to read it. She was so angry.
Yeah, no, it says together as one.
Yeah, it didn't say Harrison or whatever. Harrison. And all of a sudden, all the words came together like Da Vinci
CGI
Code.
magic. Yeah.
It all just started to come together.
Yes.
They could see it together as one. And they were together as one.
The Da Vinci Code. I guess Larry's Tom Hanks, and I guess Welling's like the albino that beats himself. And
oh, I didn't see this movie.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
I read the book. Never mind.
Who's Jeffrey?
Jeffrey, I don't. He's probably somebody like with the movie didn't talk about the book. Never mind. So everyone is together as one. Yay! Oh no, we burnt the turkey. Where are we gonna go? How about Thai? How about barbecue? How about Mediterranean? How about Chinese?
Fondue.
Fondue. What? How do you do that?
We're gonna rock this town, rock it inside out.
Rock and rock. We're gonna rock this, rock it till it rocks.
Roll credits. Thank goodness it's over.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my god!
It was about an hour and 28 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably less than that. Probably like an hour and 25. And you could have easily cut out 25 minutes from the film, and still had nothing from the story would have been removed.
I watched up to 45 minutes and had to pause it and go to the bathroom and did other things and completely forgot I was watching a movie.
Yeah.
I didn't care anymore. I forgot I was watching a movie. It was forgettable. Nothing was happening. There was nothing captivating or drawing me in. Like, what's gonna happen? There was probably 7, I'd say. A large guess of 7 comedic moments in this film. Yeah, there wasn't a lot. Attempts at comedy. I laughed probably twice, and at things I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to laugh
I'm not sure. Who knows? Yeah.
I laughed at his face when he was like, "She got my number, what?"
I don't know what that scene was to know what you were supposed to feel about it.
It cracked me up. And then,
the bear fight at the end was one of them.
Yeah, that was the only one.
I don't think there was a lot of other things that really made me laugh anyway. But yeah, so what do we have here? Why would you make this? Well,
when did the first one come out?
Jingle All the Way.
All the Way. 2000.
What? 2000? No,
90s?
96, yeah.
So long. Why?
Dude, it was like almost 20 years later.
And it's not even, it's Jingle All the Way 2. They specifically put a number on it that it's a sequel.
Related in any way.
It's another Jingle All the Way. It's literally a reboot. It has nothing to do with it.
There's nothing about it. Yeah, nothing about it.
It's just the same formula and half of the plot.
Exactly.
They need to get the toy, even though, which is the weirdest thing of the whole thing, because he's chasing after a toy that I don't really believe that the girl wants. There's no talk of it. There's no mention of it. Just they're all saying it, and the girl's just standing there as a prop.
The movie happens because Larry can't read, and because Victor is into espionage. That's it.
Yeah.
Nobody actually talked to the girl and said, "What do you want?"
I couldn't. And the mom didn't care about anything. She was happy. She was pilled out of her mind the whole time. She was never upset. Everything was fine.
She was probably on pills or wine or something. Who knows?
Even when they had to wait outside in the cold for 30 minutes, and she was still fine with it.
She was fine. She was like, "It's okay, honey. Doesn't the juice keep you warm?"
I couldn't understand this movie. I hated it. I didn't like it.
Yep.
I wouldn't do it.
So why would you make this?
No.
WWE Studios remains a valuable partner, and we are pleased to continue to bring these films to their legions of fans across the globe, said Mike Dunn, President, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment. Yeah, we're excited to be launching the 4th installment of the tremendously successful franchise, The Marine, and to have Larry the Cable Guy on board for Jingle All the Way 2, a perfect star for our first family comedy with WWE Studios. So yeah, that actually, it says our 4th installment, but that actually marked the 8th time that WWE Studios worked with Fox. So, like, and they're still, and that was in 2014. They're still doing stuff with Fox Now. Like, they did, like, See No Evil and a bunch of other stuff that year. Like, they're not going to stop. They like making money, even though I don't know how they're making money. Like, I genuinely don't understand how they're making money.
Well, it's obviously fair. It's obvious because they're not paying writers. They're not paying producers.
I guess.
They're just paying them dirt cheap because it's all bad. It's all bad, you can tell.
It's probably, yeah. It's probably, you know what? It's probably because WWE uses all their house staff, so they don't have to pay anybody extra. So it's money they're already spending to begin with.
I wonder if it's all just like...
And they just work their writers extra hard.
I wonder if it's all just like the producer's ploy. Or it's just another way for them to make money. Where they purposely don't put a lot of time and effort into it and just make money.
If you've seen some of the films they make, it could be. Because they're like their films, you watch them and you go, there's nothing inherently incorrect about it. Like, there's lighting, there's cinematography, like, it's all there, but,
it's just a learning experience for everyone doing it, and they just want to make money. It's not really meant to be a great movie.
Like, if I had no money and started a studio today, in 10 years, if I didn't have, like, maybe not the money, but I'd probably be here, like, the same level as WWE. In 10 years, I'd probably be the same skill, just figuring stuff out.
Why would this movie be made? So WWE can put money towards WrestleMania and continue the partnerships they have.
Because
they want the partnerships they have through people. They want Larry the Cable Guy. They put him in money. They give him a paycheck. They keep partnerships. Fox is happy. It's just all politics.
You lose money in this department, and you gain money in that department, and that department keeps that department alive, and that brings in money from this one to... It's just some weird BS.
There's no way I'm going to believe that there is some writer who was like, this is my big break and my passion piece. I wrote it. I woke up in a...
cold sweat.
I woke up in a cold sweat, and I just sat there and wrote down this whole script for Jingle All The Way 2, and it's going to get me places. No. There's no way anyone was passionate about making Jingle All The Way 2.
I remember the dream, Daddy. I woke up in a cold sweat with a vision in my head. I Jingle All The Way 2, Daddy.
No one.
No.
Especially 96? Like, maybe 2001, 2.
No,
2014.
I don't understand why they like. It must have just been look through the drawer. What copyrights do we have that we're gonna lose if we don't use them?
Oh,
that had to have been
one of those like throw it on the wall like spaghetti. Or?
Yeah, it must have been like just literally. What are we going to lose if we don't use it? Yeah. Oh, we're going to, and we have a project over here. Then just slam it all together, call it a day. Do it. It's over. It's done. We're making money.
Yuck.
So finally, could you make a sequel?
I mean, I thought I could make a sequel to the first one, and they did, and had nothing to do. So I mean, yeah, without putting any, I didn't put any thought into this.
Sure. What's the sequel then?
It's just the same formula.
Yeah.
With anyone you want. Let's see. They went with Schwarzenegger, then they went with Larry the Cable Guy. So why not just who's up and coming? But now you would have to go backwards. So you'd have to go like super ethnic. So who's up and coming and ethnic? I don't know. Is there like a new Jackie Chan?
New Jackie Chan? I don't think so.
I feel like there's a new Jackie Chan
Maybe,
or something.
Whatever. Sure. Like Danny, I don't know.
Yes, it's just someone. It doesn't matter. The same thing. He's fighting to get a toy for a little one. Maybe you can make this one
but
his
his
niece.
actual fighting now is like...
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
You said who's Jackie Chan, so...
It could be, he's... I don't know.
Fuck it, just Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan. It's just Jackie Chan.
He's boxing in the Navy, and he's trying to get this toy. Who knows? It could be anything. You saw what they did.
In the Navy.
to get the toy. From Korea.
Even though...
Because that's why he's on the naval ship.
Okay.
He's got to box his way there.
Sure.
It's a musical.
It's a musical boxing tournament.
No, it's a musical, the movie.
Oh.
No one knows they're singing a musical, obviously.
Okay.
They're just talking, but we know they're singing.
All right.
Yeah, so, yeah, you can make... Because of their formula, you can make 50 of these movies.
Jackie Chan is going to win a boxing tournament against the rival dad to win a toy... for his son.
The rival dad's in
the tournament. He's
North
like
Korea.
the champion. He has to be in Korea.
His naval base of North Korea. Because they have a Navy base in North Korea.
Why wouldn't they?
So they have to meet.
It's North.
He's got to box his way and while he's singing.
There's a weird, even though North Korea, there's still some sort of like competition, like peaceful competition. between countries, whatever.
North Korea and America.
In America, yeah. That's still weird, but okay.
It's not peaceful. It's boxing. Boxing's never peaceful.
But it's still peaceful. Like, they're gonna box instead of going, okay, ready, round one, stab, stab, stab. Like, he's the enemy, stab him to death. Why am I peacefully boxing him?
Well, it's gonna work.
Okay, no, I'm just
And it's gonna be called Jingle All The Way 3 Boxing Day.
Does it take place in Canada? No.
Jackie Chan's half Canadian.
No,
The character he plays.
Jackie Chan plays an Eskimo.
Jackie Chan is a half Asian, half American, half Canadian who boxes in the Navy.
With Korean ancestry.
No, that's who his new father is.
His wife,
His
married.
wife married a North Korean who's also in the Navy, because that's what she's into, obviously.
Okay.
Because there's got to be a pattern. I don't understand why.
So Jackie Chan is a Korean officer, not a Korean officer, he's a Navy officer whose wife has remarried another Navy officer
North Korea.
from North Korea for some reason in a different country. She
Doesn't need explanation.
Didn't defect though. Everything's fine. Like, it's just
we all get along.
And it's post. It's
Visiting
post
rights that never gets messy.
Post that. I think it should be China just for ease, but fine. And
because
so
it's Boxing Day, it should be Canada.
it
now.
probably should be. No, because he's Canadian. He's the Canadian.
Yeah, okay.
Fine. So Jackie Chan
is in a war with Canada, defending America.
I think
Jackie Chan's the champion.
Jackie Chan is in the Chinese Navy, and his wife divorces him and marries a member of the Canadian Navy.
Yes, that's better.
Both men are boxing enthusiasts, and they fight their way up through a boxing tournament to fight each other at the tournament at the finale to win some sort of prize, which is also a toy.
It's
for their kid.
A boxing kangaroo toy.
The only one of its kind.
Yes, so we have to bring Australia into this.
Oh, shit!
Because they have Boxing Day too, I'm pretty sure.
Why? I don't even know.
No, it'll be brought into the end. And that's going to set up for the next one, and that will be the only one that actually follows. It will be Boxing Day 4.
Okay.
No, it will be Jingle All The Way
4.
Boxing Day 2. The Australian assault.
Thunder Down Under.
Thunder Down, yes, I like that. Thunder Down Under.
Oh my god. Okay. Fine. I made Jingle All The Way 3. It's 3 dads. It's a gay film now.
3 dads and a baby.
And a baby. It's 3 men and a baby, but they all fuck each other.
It's 3 jingles in a way.
Yes! Oh, yes! Yes! That's the best name I've heard. 3 jingles and a way. Yes! Holy shit! That's the end of this show, folks. Please join us next time along with Robin Tooney, Gabriel Byron, and Arnold Schwarzenegger for the 1999 action horror End of Days. Oh, go to victoryprowrestling.com for all things related to J Delta. Do you have anything internet related? No, nothing. Don't talk to him on the internet. Go to www.ymt.com for all things Why Would You Make This, including links to this podcast and our YouTube, other forms of entertainment that we put out, all available again at www.ymt.com. Just the letters, all caps, why not? So, Facebook and stuff, search Why Would You Make This, Twitter, Tumblr, SoundCloud, we're on there. If, I don't know, maybe you didn't know, we're on there. We're not really on there. It's just one episode at a time. It'll be alone. You'd be better off going to the website. Intro music is Falling Off Your Love by Kill Paris. Taking us out today, we usually don't do this anymore, but we're going to sing the Rockin' Christmas song, because it's we don't even know what it is. So, for Skylar and me, Jimmy Time, please remember that without mistakes of others, we'd be forced to endure the pain of failure ourselves, support the arts. We're gonna rock this town, rockin', round.
Rock this town, rock it, rock. Rock.
We're gonna rock the tree and rock the car. We're gonna rock all down on guitar. Rock this town and rock it inside out. Rock this town all night.
rock, 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 rock.
We're gonna rock this song, 'cause
Rock.
it don't end
Let's rock
alright.
and rockin' to the end.
We're gonna rock,
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 rock.
rock and rock.
We're gonna rock it all the time. We're gonna
rock and rock, yeah,
rock, 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 rock.
yeah, Christmas rock. The preceding recording is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed in this podcast do not necessarily represent the views of Why Would You Make This, its owners, employees, or associates.